Try to relax. Try to come into your body as you focus in on your breath. And allow all your thoughts and all your feelings to return to their source, to the root. And you focus in on that root, on that origin, which is the energy that resides in your body. Focus less on the activity, the thoughts, the emotions, the specifics, and focus more on the one having the experience that is currently residing within your body. Acknowledge that part of yourself. Realize it. Realize that you are it. And relax into it. Let go all the activity. Come back to being yourself. And focus all your attention on yourself, on the one having the experience. Not what's being experienced, but the one having the experience. Fill your mind just with that. When we think about the one having the experience, notice the distinction between the one having the experience in reality and the one having the experience within your mind, the way you perceive the experience. Notice that distinction, because one of them is you, and the other one is a dress that you created for yourself. What does being you mean to you? That's a dress. Notice that dress. Realize that it is within your power to change that dress, to perfect that dress, to improve how that dress reflects reality. So that that dress can be really comfortable for your spirit. Because there's a reality to what it means to be you. And that reality is unknown. And we can only have our best guess of what we think that means. And to the extent that there's a gap, there's discomfort. And so when we want to fully relax, we want to relax beyond the dress, beyond any conditions, beyond any meaning of what it means to be you. We want to go beyond that. We want to relax into the core of our being. The part of us that makes no distinction. We're just us. We're not interacting with anything or anybody or anyone. We're just being. And from there, we want to come out with an appropriate dress for that being, a dress that's comfortable so that we can be comfortable within that dress. So we want to redefine what it means to be us. And that's within our power. To the extent that we believe something is who we are, then in that very moment, that becomes our perceived reality. And that becomes the dress. So we want to be very aware what we believe about ourselves. What does being us mean to us? What do we believe on this subject? Because those beliefs are at the very core of our experience. Those beliefs are what dress up our spirit. And then from within that dress, we interact with the rest of reality. Allow yourself to be yourself, at least within your own heart. No judgment, no conditions. Just you, allowing you to be you, at least for a few moments. Because if you'll really be you, you'll notice that you are much nicer than you believe you are. You're much more kind than you believe you are. You're much more wise than you believe you are. So all your beliefs were limiting you. Your beliefs were created from a place of limitation. And the human mind is unlimited. The human mind is completely available to explore potentials. There's no limitation in the ways we can think. In some ways, will please us. In some ways, will hurt us. So it's important to be aware of what we believe, what we think about our very selves, about what it means to be us. The very core of our behavior, the very core of our emotions, the very core of our beliefs. What does it mean to be us? So now we're breathing, we come back to our body, we come back to that core. The core that's beneath the dress, the unconditional core. The core where you are you, and that's it, that's enough. You don't need any further qualifications. And there we rest. And there we try to remember. What do we really stand for? Who are we really? because in that quiet, we just are ourselves. There's only one truth over there. And that's the only truth. What we tell others is what we think is going to get us ahead, what we think is going to protect us, what we think is going to score us points somewhere or somehow. But the real experience is deep within, the very core of our being. That's our natural experience. That's our nature's response to the events and our interpretations. And that natural response is a biological response. It's real in all of our body and in all of our mind. It changes us, makes us who we are. So we come back to that core, that unity, that source that's always there. That source will even be there after we don't have our bodies. We're still going to have that source of our awareness, the source of our experience, wherever we might be. Undifferentiated life, undifferentiated existence, unconditional love. It's all the same thing. It's energy that works to better humanity without any conditions. It's not looking at the data coming in from the senses to decide if it wants to help. It decides it wants to help based on the conclusion of its core, of what it means to be it. And it doesn't depend on the conditions. That core is unlimited. And it gives us life even when we're not aware of it. And it has helped countless individuals as they reached moments of despair and they dug deep within themselves and they found that core. They found that place that they could rely on, where they see the Creator within creation, where you see the unity, where you see that there's really nothing that is against you. There's nothing that wants to hurt you. There's nothing that has any power over you. It's all in your mind. It's all in your external experience that humanity creates for each other. So come back to the core and we find the simplicity of life. You breathe in, you breathe out. That's life, that's the cycle of life. Occasionally we eat, occasionally we sleep. That's it. Those are the basic requirements. Life is simple. We made life very complicated. We, human beings, did. So we feel distant from the Creator, we feel confused, we feel overwhelmed. So we come back to the simplicity of the Creator. And there we find His serenity, there we find His glory, there we find His truth. everything is fine. Everything really is fine. We created perfectly. It's working. Breathe in, breathe out. And you get to live. What a beautiful transaction. That's where we find our nature. And that's where we find the grace of the Creator. Away from what people created, away from all the noise and all the drama. And in the quiet, in the peace, in the serenity that's available for each one of us. It's our nature. We just got stirred up. So we can produce. But we're not equipment that needs to produce. We're equipment that's intelligent, needs to understand itself. So we come back to the quiet, and then we can understand ourselves as we naturally would. Every animal understands itself. Every animal knows its nature. And where do they know? In the quiet. I'm allowing the organs to do what they do. I'm allowing the brain to evolve naturally, to be led by curiosity. This is nature. This is the beauty of life as it was designed. So we come back to the quiet, to the peace, to the simplicity, to the divine. To the unity of Creator and creation, spirit and matter. Soul and body, everything comes back to its original nature, the quiet. Before we decide what we even want to use the experience for, we first need to be able to see what quiet looks like. Only then might we know what we should do, what might be worth doing, and leaving the quiet.